Good day, everyone. This is Samantha Nicole Diaz, and today we'll be discussing cooperative learning approach. So, who is the proponent of this approach? Robert Edward Slavin was a sociologist whose research into how children learn helped shift the emphasis in classrooms across the country toward teaching reading through phonics, mixing students of different aptitudes rather than educating them on separate tracks. He was an early proponent of cooperative learning, an approach to which small teams of students with different academic abilities work together. Dr. Robert Slavin was also a director of elementary school programs. The successful foundation of Dr. Robert Slavin is a great foundation rendering its services towards cooperative learning. The core of the foundation is to raise academic achievements throughout the nation. What is cooperative learning approach? Cooperative learning, children learning together in groups which are structured so that groups members have to cooperate to succeed. Students work together to learn and are responsible for their teammates' learning as well as their own. Classrooms are very social places, but often when teachers think about learning, the focus is on individual learning and the social aspects are often viewed as distraction and are a nuisance. If, however, teachers are able to make positive use of the social aspect and the social arrangement of the classroom, then more learning would take place. Cooperative learning improves students' communication skills and enhances their ability to be successful in the world of work and to live in the society. Cooperative learning, students will gain from each other's efforts. Your success benefits me and my success benefits you. Understand that all group members share in the outcome. Will sink or swim together. Know that how well you do is the result of both individual and team performance. We cannot do it without you. Feel proud and jointly celebrate when a group member is recognized for achievement, and we all congratulate you on your accomplishment. Next is the four methods of cooperative learning approach. These methods are composed of children learn actively, whereby using more cooperative methodologies in which students work together in groups. All students are actively engaged in the learning task. Students become more active participants in their own learning as opposed to passive recipients of knowledge who only listen, observe, and take notes. Next is the children learn to help one another. Cooperative learning encourages students to support their classmates in a group rather than to compete against each other. In this way, students can combine their talents and help one another. Next is child-to-child learning support. Cooperative learning provides the opportunity for higher achieving students to help students who are slower learners. These higher achieving students can probably communicate more easily with their peers than the teacher. The help of these students also increases the amount of explanation that occurs in the classroom overall. Next is improve motivation to success. Cooperative learning helps to improve the motivation of many students by offering the opportunity to more students to experience the joy of winning and academic success. In classrooms where students are only allowed to compete individually, only the few high achieving students will likely have this experience. In classrooms where the students are divided into cooperative teams, each with its high and low achieving students, the opportunity to succeed is more evenly distributed. So our next topic would be the features of the cooperative learning approach. Five main elements of cooperative learning, and these are positive interdependence, where students perceive that they need each other in order to complete the group's task. Teachers may promote positive interdependence by establishing mutual goals, using joint rewards, providing resources that have to be shared, assigning roles to individuals, strengthening a feeling of shared identity. Each group member's efforts are required and indispensable for group success. Each group member has a unique contribution to make to the joint effort. Next is collaborative social skills. The required social skills to make cooperative learning activities successful may not happen naturally. The teachers need to organize lessons so that there are opportunities for the following skills to be developed: praising each other, promoting each other's success, listening, showing patience, keeping each other on task, orally explaining how to solve problems, teaching one knowledge to other, checking for understanding, discussing concepts being learned, and connecting present with the past learning. Next is the processing group interaction. In order to improve cooperative learning activities, teachers should encourage children to reflect on how well they are working together, group members to discuss how well they are achieving their goals and maintaining effective working relationships, group members to describe what actions are helpful and not helpful, children to make decisions about what behavior within the group to continue or change. Next is heterogeneous grouping. Groups should not remain the same for all activities. Changing the makeup of the group will create increased social skills by placing students in a dynamic environment where they meet new friends and new situations. Groups can be arranged a way in a number of ways, both randomly or using the following factors in their construction: past achieving levels, diligence levels, sex, age, religion, and ethnicity. Last on the list is the individual accountability. One of the most commonly heard objections to having students work in groups is that some group members will end up doing all the work and the learning, while others will sit ideally by or be disruptive. This can occur because some students try to avoid working or because others want to do everything. Activities to promote individual accountability and to keep all children involved include: each student individually takes a quiz, completes a task, or writes an essay when the material is studied. Group members are called on at random to answer a question. Each group member has a designated role to perform. These roles can rotate. Each member has different responsibilities for completing different parts of the group project. For example, if the group need to make a presentation on Nampen, um, one member will write about the history, one member about the geography, one member about the economy, and one member about important buildings and the landmarks.
Hi there, Valerie speaking, and let me share to you how cooperative learning is used in the classroom. Following pointers should help the teacher to organize cooperative learning activities in the classroom in a way which will contribute to the overall learning environment. First and foremost, be sure that the objectives and methods of working together in a group are clear. Do not simply put students together in a group and tell them to work together because it does not work at all. Be clear about what is expected from students and how they should organize themselves. Be sure that there is a clear division of labor in each group. Each student should know clearly what it is that they have to do. Try to mix students of different abilities into one group. Keep group sizes under 8 children, but 5 to 6 students in a group is best. Move back and forth between large group presentations and small group work several times during the lesson. Try to create a feeling of group pride in each student. Such feeling will help to strengthen cooperation in the group and help students to work together better. Lastly, make sure that students are held accountable for their own learning. Cooperative learning does not mean that your friends do your work for you. Here we go to the teacher's role in cooperative learning. Teacher must specify academic objectives, specify collaborative skills, decide on group size, assign students to groups, arrange the room, plan materials, assign roles, explain the task, test and question individual children, promote intergroup cooperation, monitor students' behavior, praise good use of group skills, provide assistance on understanding a task, provide assistance on how the group can work together more effectively, and ask children to reflect on how well they are working together as a group. Move on to students' role in cooperative learning. Here are some possibilities. Student can be a facilitator who leads the discussion, a scribe who takes notes on the group's discussions, a timekeeper who makes sure the group completes the task in the time set by the teacher, a reporter who shares the group's idea with the rest of the class, an illustrator who draws pictures or diagrams needed, and a messenger or collector who relays information. The strength of cooperative learning in learning. Cooperative learning increased academic learning. It also increased critical thinking ability, more time spent on learning tasks, increased student retention, increased student motivation to learn, and enhanced student satisfaction with their learning experience. Cooperative learning in social development. It reduces disruptive behavior. develops peer relationships, promotes student self-esteem, students use appropriate social skills, and improve attitude towards school. Cooperative learning in communication. Students learn to share information. It helps students to consider other people's point of view and helps students develop skills in oral communication. Finally, our impression on cooperative learning approach. During the last 10 years, many studies have been done to assess the effectiveness of cooperative learning methodologies. Almost all of these studies have validated the belief that such methodologies are much more effective in bringing about higher achievement among students than our traditional competitive strategies.
Perhaps even more importantly, these studies have found that cooperative learning strategies greatly enhance the motivation of low and middle achieving students. It is also commonly understood that cooperative learning strategies not only improve learning achievement but are also very effective in fostering social development and instilling values of cooperation and helping behavior. Thus, this methodology is not only a helpful tool for cognitive development but also for effective competencies as well. These are our references. Thank you for listening, everyone, and have a good day.